forms of energy. Firstly, we will discuss about mechanical energy. Means in mechanical energy, actually we are having two kinds of energy, kinetic energy and potential energy. Then we will discuss about chemical energy. Then we are having heat energy. Then we will discuss about light energy. Then sound energy. Then at last we are having electrical energy. Okay. So first we are having potential energy. So what do you mean by potential energy? See carefully the definition first. Potential energy means the energy stored in an object when it is at rest, or you can say if any object is at some height. Energy possessed by a body due to virtue of its height or position. Energy possessed by a body due to its height or position is nothing but a potential energy. If any object is standing on some height, this is for example any object and this is ground. Okay, if this object is standing on some height, means you can say that this object is possessing which energy? This object is having which energy? It is having potential energy. Fine. Next we are having potential energy formula. So potential energy formula is M multiply G multiply H, means mass into gravitational force or acceleration due to gravity multiply height. For example, this object is this. This object is standing on some height. So in order to calculate the potential energy of this object, firstly we will see the mass of this object. By watching the mass of this object, we will put the value here. Then we will see acceleration due to gravity. Actually G value is always constant, that is 9.8 meter per second square. Then this value 9.8 meter per second square we will put here. Afterward we will check the height from ground, that how much height is there from the ground, that height we will put here. And this G value, acceleration due to gravity, sometime it is given as 10 meter per second square also. So don't get confused. You can put 9.8 meter per second square also, or you can put 10 meter per second square also, no problem. Okay. So next we are having elastic potential energy. Actually potential energy is further having two types. First we are having elastic potential energy, and second we will discuss about gravitational potential energy. So what do you mean by elastic potential energy? See the definition. An object is having potential energy on the accounts of its configuration. Configuration means shape and size. If any object is changing its shape and size, means in that object which energy is there, which energy is stored in that object, elastic potential energy is there. Elastic means whenever object is changing its shape and size, or one word you can say for shape and size is configuration. So due to its configuration, if any object is having energy, then it is having elastic potential energy. Gravitational potential energy. So what do you mean by gravitational potential energy? That is simple potential energy. Means whenever object is at some height from the ground, that object is having gravitational potential energy, or simply you can say potential energy. Okay. Next we are having next type of energy, that is kinetic energy. So what do you mean by kinetic energy? Energy possessed by a body or an object in motion. Whenever any object is there in motion, or it is moving or changing its position, that object is having which energy? That object is having kinetic energy. Fine. So kinetic energy is going to depend upon the two factors. Means whenever any object is moving or changing its position, that object is depending on the two factors, or that kinetic energy depends upon two factors. First we are having mass of the object, means how much mass of the object is there which is moving. Okay. Second we are having with how much velocity, or you can say with how much speed that object is moving. It is also, kinetic energy is also going to depend upon velocity or speed. Actually velocity and speed are different things, but till 7th or 8th you can say velocity and speed as a equal things. Okay. So kinetic energy is going to depend upon two factors, mass and velocity. Now we will see the formula for kinetic energy. So here we are having the formula, kinetic energy is equals to half mv square. So this formula we are going to use in order to solve any kind of numerical. Fine. Yes, one thing more I want to tell you, like previous we have studied the potential energy. Potential energy is what? Potential energy is a kind of energy only, okay? And energy SI unit is what? Energy SI unit is joule. In a similar manner, potential SI unit is also joule. If I talk about kinetic energy is also a kind of energy. If it is a kind of energy, means it is also having the SI unit. So SI unit is nothing but a same as energy, that is joule. So potential and kinetic energy both is having SI unit joule. Not only potential and kinetic energy, whatsoever energy in the next slides also we are going to study, that energies are also having SI unit as joule and other units as calorie and whatever we have studied. Fine. Next we are having mechanical energy. As we have studied now only the two kinds of energy, that is kinetic energy and potential energy. If we will combine both potential energy and kinetic energy, if here I am going to combine both the kind of energy, by this combination I will get the mechanical energy. So see the definition of mechanical energy. Energy stored in an object on account of its position, means if object is placed at some height. For example, this water is falling from height. Due to height, it is having potential energy. Plus this water is moving also, showing some displacement also or changing its position also. So it is showing the kinetic energy also. So in an object in which both potential and kinetic energy is seen, or sum of potential and kinetic energy is there, means that object is possessing the mechanical energy. Fine. Next we are having next kind of energy, that is chemical energy. So what do you mean by chemical energy? See the definition first carefully. Energy stored in a matter due to its chemical composition, means whenever we are watching the matchstick, means whenever we are rubbing the matchstick, in the matchstick here in the upside some kind of chemicals are stored, okay? And when that chemicals are going to means show the friction with that matchstick box, due to that friction chemicals start showing some kind of energy or start releasing some kind of energy, and that energy is known as heat energy. In a similar manner, in a case of crackers also, actually in a case of crackers some kind of energy is stored. What is that energy? That energy is chemical energy, means by taking some little amount of heat energy, they are going to explode or they are going to means burst, okay? Means bursting means they are just releasing all the amount of energy or chemical energy which is stored in them. So the energy stored in any object due to its chemical composition or some chemical reactions are there, that is known as chemical energy. Next we are having heat energy. So what do you mean by heat energy? Heat energy, as the name suggests, heat. Heat means that form of energy which gives us sensation of warmth. As you can see in a case of fire, whenever winter is there, we are just sitting near the fire. Na? Why we are sitting near the fire? Because this fire is giving us heat energy, means this fire is giving us the sensation of warmth. By taking the sensation of warmth, we are not feeling that much of winter. In the similar manner, if you want to like boil this water into a bucket, then here also we are using a heat energy from the fire, okay? Next we are having light energy. As the name suggests, light energy. Light means the form of energy which enable us to see the objects. Whatever things are present in our surrounding, obviously first with the help of our eyes we are watching. But yes, if light is there, then only we are watching. Na? Means if we are going to in a dark room, even though our eyes are open, but there no light is there, still our eyes are open, but there we are not going to see anything. Why? Because light is not there. So what do you mean by light? Light means form of energy which enable us to see the things whatever present in our surrounding. Fine. Next type of energy we are having electrical energy. So see the definition of electrical energy. Energy generated by movement of electrons. For example, here we are having cell or battery. Actually, what is there in cell or battery? In a case of cell or battery, we are having electrons inside it. So whenever these electrons are moving, whenever these electrons are changing its position from one place to another place, they are generating the electricity. How they are generating? See carefully. Actually, without wire, they are not going to move anywhere because cell is placed like this. By placing only in a stationary way, it is not going to generate electricity. What we have to use? We have to use the wires. So from the negative terminal, I am going to attach the wire to any instrument, and from that I'm going to attach to the positive terminal. From negative terminal to positive terminal, I'm going to attach one wire. With the help of this wire, the electrons start moving from negative terminal to the positive terminal. Whenever electrons move into any material or electrons moving from one point to another point, in that case electrical energy is imparted. So with the help of electrical energy, we are going to start the fan, or we are going to switch on the light. So whatsoever things are there, electrical things are there, that all are working due to electrical energy, due to the movement of electrons. Next, we are having magnetic energy. So what do you mean by magnetic energy? Energy possessed by a magnet. As the name suggests, magnetic means whatsoever energy magnets are going to show in order to attract the magnetic materials toward itself. Means how much energy this magnet is showing in order to attract the iron nails or magnetic material toward itself. That energy is known as magnetic energy. In a similar manner, electric bell. Electrical bell or electric bell is also having magnetic energy. Its construction and working you will study in the next chapters. I will teach you there. Okay. But yes, I will tell you, in the electrical bell also we are having magnet stored in it. Due to its magnet, this gong is going to strike on this like circular path, and we are going to listen the like ringing of a bell. Fine. So this energy when possessed by a magnet is known as magnetic energy. Next, we are having sound energy. Sound, as the name suggests, sound, ringing, vibration, means a vibrating body. Means whenever any body is vibrating, whenever any body is showing some vibrations, due to that vibration, always one kind of energy is imparted by it, and that energy is nothing but a sound energy. For example, you are having a spoon, okay, and you are going to strike the spoon on this like metallic table. When you strike the spoon on this metallic table, this metallic table is going to show some kind of vibrations, and due to that vibration you are going to listen some kind of energy, and that energy is nothing but a sound energy. Fine. Next, we are having nuclear energy. So what do you mean by nuclear energy? See carefully. Might be this energy is new for you, so see carefully the definition. Nuclear energy means whenever in a high industries, whenever in a big industries, splitting or combination of some atoms are there. Means some atoms are going to combine, or some atoms are going to split. The energy released during splitting of the atom, or energy released during combining of an atom. In any case, whatever energy is releasing, that energy is known as nuclear energy. So energy released during splitting of atom, or you can say energy released during combining of small atoms, that energy is known as nuclear energy. Fine. Next, we are having nuclear energy is further of two types. Means first we are having nuclear fission, second we are having nuclear fusion. As I told that whenever two atoms are going to combine with each other, then also some kind of energy is released, and when one atom is going to split into two parts, that time also energy is going to release. So here we are having two different definitions. First, we are having nuclear fission. Fission means to split. Fission means to split. Whenever in a nuclear reaction, a heavy nucleus or heavy atom splits into two parts, and the amount of energy released by its splitting, that energy is known as nuclear fission, or this reaction is known as nuclear fission. In a similar manner, we are having fusion. Fusion means fuse. Fuse means to combine together. Whenever two atoms of low atomic number, if two atoms are there of low atomic number, they both are going to fuse or combine with each other to form a atom of heavy nucleus. The amount of energy released during this reaction, nuclear reaction, is known as nuclear fusion. This process or this reaction is a nuclear fusion. Fine. Next, we are having solar energy. As a name suggests, solar. Solar means sun. Sun means the energy emitting by the sun. Whatsoever energy is emitted by the sun, which enable us to see the things around us. Means with the help of sun also we are able to see the things around us. So energy emitting by the sun is known as solar energy. Next, we are having muscular energy. Muscular, muscles, means whatsoever energy possessed by the muscles of an object. Means in order to like move this heavy material, it is obviously our muscular energy is needed. Okay, so this energy imparted by this man in order to move this heavy load, this energy possessed by this man is nothing but a muscular energy. In order to do the heavy, in order to lift up or move any heavy materials, we are using our muscular energy. So that is the energy imparted by that energy is known as muscular energy.